Hi, it's Maureen Wong with mycasestudies.blogspot.com. For this video, part 3, I'm going to be showing you how to actually stamp on your circles using the templates, Cyndie templates. And today I'm using the Your Next Stamp circle die set, and this is actually the third largest circle. And then I'm also using the Scripty Words and Dies, which, by the way, I designed this set, so I'm really proud of it. I'm using the A Million stamp, and then I'm using the Thanks die, and you can see it cut out here. And the reason I picked this size circle is because I wanted to fit the Thanks die with a little bit of overlap on the words around the outside circle. And so I did, if you saw part 2, how to figure out which shapes to use and how to use the templates to figure out what you're going to do. I used the clear template, and I found out that to get the A Million onto this size circle, I needed to use the pentagon. So I've already gone ahead and stuck down my circle to my pentagon, and now I'm going to get out my MISTI. So for this one, as with all the templates, what you're going to do is line up the bottom, and then something is going to line up with the side. And in the case of the pentagon and the hexagon, it's going to be a point. And so you want to be careful that when you're putting it in there, you make sure it's nestled in there all the way to the edge, but that you're not smashing it down. Because if you smash that point, it's going to throw off the measurements of the shape. So in this case, I put it down on the bottom and then gently slide it to the side until my point hits the side, and that's where my pentagon is going to be. Okay, so now I'm going to place my sentiment down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the middle close to the bottom of that circle where I want it, because it's easier to curve up the ends of the sentiment than to try and curve down the middle. When you try and move the middle, it usually ends up moving the whole entire thing, and that's not what we want. So I've lined it up where I want it, and I'm gonna stick it onto my MISTI cover. And then what you can do at this point is take your circle, put it underneath where it's falling, and then you can judge how much you need to curve your stamp up. So I'm going to curve that up like that, and up like that, and press it down really hard so hopefully it stays in place. And then I'm going to put my pentagon back in place and close my cover and see if that is stamping where I want it to, and it is. So I'm just going to make sure it's really stuck down there. And then I'm going to get my, let's see, what ink color shall I use? How about Calypso Coral? I'm going to ink up my stamp and stamp it down with my MISTI. And then I'm going to move it so that the bottom is flat. Gently press it up against that side. And I'm going to re-ink and stamp down again. And then the same thing, moving it every time one turn, inking up my stamp, and then stamping it down. Okay, and one more. Okay, and there we go. So let me put my MISTI aside. Oops, I have one of the magnets. So there we go. That is our stamped panel. And then to take it off, remember to remove the the shape from your circle, not the other way around. If you try to remove the circle from your shape, you're going to bend your circle. So what I usually do is place it upside down, hold down the circle underneath with my finger, and then gently start peeling away the shape. And the shape does bend a little bit, but it's actually pretty durable, especially with that clear contact coating. So it's not going to ruin it by bending that a little bit. And now here's my shape. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put together my thanks. And what I did was I cut it out 3 times from black cardstock. And I want to attach those together. So I'm going to take out my sticky mat that I have for my MISTI. And take off the cover. And I'm going to stick down one of those thanks. And I have this Zig 2-way glue pen with the giant chisel tip, and I'm just going to dot that adhesive all over my thanks, and then I'm going to put the next one on top of it. And this is how I deal with these very delicate die cuts, is I usually use my sticky mat to hold things in place, and then I use the Zig 2-way glue pen to glue them. And I don't have to be perfect. Like if I was using a pen, I'd have to be really careful about where I'm drawing my pen line. But with the chisel tip, you just have to put it all over. And if a little bit gets on the mat, it's okay, because this is, when it dries, it's repositionable, which is basically what the sticky mat is to start with. So if you get a little bit of this glue on there, it's not going to hurt it. Okay, and now I'm putting on my 3rd layer. And then what I'm going to do is just leave it there to dry for a bit. And let me get my card base for my circle. I'll be right back. Okay, here is my Calypso Coral card base to match my circle. And I'm just going to put a little bit of extra adhesive. It already has some of the adhesive from before, but I'm going to put a little bit extra just to make sure it sticks down there. And I'm going to center that on my card. And then let me peel up this thanks. And it's all stuck together. I'm going to flip it over so that I can put glue on the back. And then I'm going to pick it up and place it on my circle. And there you go. There is our finished card. Thanks a million. So I hope these templates, Cyndie's templates, and these videos will help you with using your MISTI for some fun techniques. And thank you very much for watching. Please visit my blog over at mycasestudies.blogspot.com.